to the Wizard Hole. I'm Peter Schmidt, and thank you so much, DJ Alec. Now let me introduce our players again before we go into the recap for actual run on Penn Station.
I'm Bryce. I'm playing Rizzo the Rat, experienced Shadowrunner and Thief.
I'm Jensine. And I'm Mother Sary, and I'm going to put my gun in a cart and wheel it along, and who knows what'll happen.
I'm Tyler. I'm playing Dang Rusty, and I will be flying my tomato through Penn Station.
I'm Nick Brooks, and I'm a bit put out to be out with this bunch of reprobates. One kind lady accepting, of course.
Well, great. So, if you haven't been following along so far, basically these groups of people have a mission to kill a prisoner whose identity eluded them up until very recently, a prisoner who's a hot commodity. Searches of that prisoner's name have resulted in people getting visits from the Department of Defense as well as Lockhart Security. And there seem to be some high-level government interactions based on that. So they cleverly set up a way to send a bunch of spam to those call centers that were checking on the prisoner in question, while they cracked the ID of them and got all of their information. Now, having that and half the map of the Penn Station Security Center, as well as a bunch of other information, they have concocted a plan and are ready to do their Shadowrun. Legwork's over, time for the wet work. So I'll let you guys do just a brief recap of the plan, and then we can see how much and how fast this thing goes sideways.
All right.
What do you want to do it like we each go around and say what our piece is?
Sure.
In that case, we should probably start with you because you're first, right, Nick?
My role is very simple. I keep an eye out, look for the opening, and kill the target.
Because they'll be coming in on a train.
They're coming in on a train, so I keep an eye out, make sure that the train's clear, that they're clear of the train, and that they can't retreat in any easy way. Because that would be bad. We want them isolated and exposed. So I'm going to be sneaking onto the platform early, find a nice cubby hole somewhere to hole myself up in, and
Then you, Mother Sary.
I'm going to turn young Rizzo invisible so that he can infiltrate the lost and found secret sector yet again. Then I'm going to essentially act as backup, disguised as a cleaning crew member, with my mounted gun in a cart, and potentially be able to distract, form a barrier, shoot anybody that I may need to over the course of the operation.
And you're also going to be on the train platform.
Correct.
All right, and then Dang Rusty.
I am going to be waiting for my signal to take my tomato and drive it straight through Penn Station and into the front doors of the Lost and Found.
Subtle.
That's what they say about Dang.
And Rizzo, why is he doing that?
We're doing this so we can get a little bit of information and activity on our subject, prisoner 0496, Erica Paulson. Now, Erica Paulson, as we learned last session, has an auto-injector installed in her cell, lest she be disturbed. We want to drain that auto-injector, fill it with oxygen, so when she does trigger the auto-injection, she's going to die. Now, my job is to go inside of the Lost and Found. First, download the rest of the map so everyone on the team can see where they gotta go. Second, we're gonna empty the auto-injector by hacking that. Third, we're gonna fill it with oxygen. Fourth, I'm gonna lock down parts of the security station so no one can get out, and hopefully keep everyone together with the subject in question. And finally, we're gonna make sure that she wakes up.
So you're doing that all under the distraction caused by Dang Rusty sacrificing the flying tomato, though he assures us it can take it. All right, seems plausible, I suppose.
I'm going to say so. And if the auto-injector gambit doesn't work, let's say that they have to put her out somewhere, so we'll be there to make sure that anybody trying to get out at the other end doesn't make it.
Very good.
Also, finally, I am getting Mother Sary a burner phone, so we can actually talk to each other.
I will say the electromagnetic radiation disturbs my connection with the ground, but I understand that it's necessary for this operation.
Yeah.
So feel free to ping me. I'm gonna repump in these fuckers full of steel.
All right, so where does that put everybody? So you have a cleaning uniform on.
I've probably strolled in with a cleaning uniform.
And you gave one too.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do that first, since you're arriving first. All right, about when do you arrive at Penn Station? And how do you arrive?
So we also got the passes.
The day passes.
Yeah.
Yeah, from yesterday. Yes.
So that we don't trigger alarms and all.
Right.
So we each have one of the passes on our person.
Yeah, unnamed, but you got them. So yeah, starting with you, Nick. You're the first person to arrive. Let's get you in that spot. So where do you arrive from?
From the public areas. I probably have a normal like street suit on. I've got a backpack with like cleaning stuff in there. Go into the bathroom, switch out into cleaning stuff,
Okay.
and then yeah.
All right.
And another Sary presumably goes from old bag lady to
Because you arrive at the same time as well.
yeah.
Correct.
And
We
you dress in your outfit. Okay. So then try to like hiding in plain sight, you walk your way down onto the platform
Yep.
and then find a corner to try to hide in.
Yeah. We're starting off like platform 3, 4.
Yeah.
not
So
platform
when do you
1.
put your chameleon suit on?
I mean, I don't put it on. I've got it underneath because say the cleaning stuff is like loose coverall stuff.
Oh, so you take the coverall off, and that's when you're in your. So you're going to take the coveralls off when you're down on the platform.
Yeah.
All right, let's get some dice rolls to make sure this goes smoothly. Mostly, I want to get an etiquette from you getting down to the platform that you just draw no attention, because you do notice this time when you're here, you do notice the presence of
Composure
more
plus
police out. Composure plus etiquette. That would be it.
Should I roll something for the same?
Yes. Could I also get a composure plus etiquette from you? Though yours was less important because you're kind of wandering around doing things.
3
You are also
successes.
cleaning. 3 successes. All right. Now, where did you get the cart, Mother Sary?
I procured a car.
Yeah,
So you
from
procure a
the,
cart. Oh, so you're walking in
from the Russos.
and with the gun in it the whole time.
Yep.
Okay, so let me get your etiquette then.
Oh, it was a 2.
You got 2? Okay, you're both looking pretty good. There's more security around, but nobody's really suspecting the cleaning person, nor are they suspecting.
When am I
the
going
other
to
cleaning
invis
person.
Rizzo? Should I do that already?
Yeah, you probably should have done that before.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's so that's okay. Let's go back a second. Outside or before this thing, you hit invis on Rizzo. Now, once you're invisible, Rizzo, no one can see you, including Dane Rusty.
I flick him off.
So are you waiting in the car with him until the time of?
Yeah.
What force level are you casting this spell at?
I wanted to
The
be
higher
good.
the force level, so you cast at force 6.
At
The
force
highest
6.
you can cast
Yep.
without it dealing physical damage to you.
Yep, I'm gonna do 4/6,
Okay.
And I'm
and
wearing
that's
my.
biohacking plus sensitivity.
Yep.
I'm also wearing my chameleon suit, so it's -4 to perception
Okay.
when I'm stealthy.
Okay, so that's going to happen, but then what's also going to happen is the number of successes you get also is the number of negatives I get to detecting you, up to a maximum of 6 successes, because that's the force of the spell you used.
4.
4 successes. Okay, so now you are -8 to be seen by any organics, and -4 to be seen by any computer or inorganic things. Will you now take drain damage, Mother
Yeah.
Sary?
That's willpower plus composure, and I have to get 6.
What's the drain on invisibility?
It's 2. F plus 2.
F plus 2.
Yeah.
you have to
Oh,
get
so
8.
8.
You have to drain against 8 potential stun damage.
Okay.
You can roll luck on this if you want to.
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay. Remember, if you use luck / edge in 5e, if you use that before you roll the dice, all of the dice are exploding with 6s. It's not just the specific ones.
Great.
So
I'm going to do that.
why don't you do that? While you're taking care of that, let me know how that goes. Let's come back to you. So you're going down onto track 1. You're walking through. Your day pass goes off cleanly. What time is it right now?
Probably I'm there a bit earlier down there, so I.
How much earlier?
Yeah, probably a half past.
9:30.
About 9:30. 9 o'clock, 9:30.
Okay. All right. So as you're starting to walk down the platform, a man wearing a thick padded armor. It doesn't look like the NYPD stuff. It's a little more flashy. It's got some highlights of blue, of like a navy blue, but it's mostly black. Mask pulled over their heads. You can just see their eyes. Carrying a gun. Walks out, clearly
roll that.
augmented. He goes.
I got it too.
Walks out. He goes.
I got 9.
Sorry, sir. Nobody's going down
Heal.
to the first or second platform. It's on lockdown for the next 12 hours.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I was just going to clean, but you say it's on lockdown.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I'll just. I still have to clean the other platforms, or can I clock off early?
Well, I'm not authorized to let you clock off early. I wish I could. I'm sure you can go clean the other platforms. That should be no problem.
Okay, thank you, sir. Oh, man, I could have had my lasagna.
Good character moment.
Yeah, I feel like I could make you do deception, but I don't think I should have to. You complied immediately. This guy's no reason to suspect you. Your etiquette is good. So,
Yeah.
what?
No drain.
No
Me.
drain. You rolled really
I got
well.
9
Amazing.
successes with my luck roll.
Cool. So from that point, where do you want?
Yeah,
where do you want
so
to go?
I just go down to one of the other platforms.
Okay.
Presumably there's a certain amount of traffic through.
And on the map, there was no visible connection to the platforms.
What do you mean no visual connection to that?
As in, like, the platforms seem isolated. Like, you can't connect from one platform to another from the platform.
They're individual tunnels.
Okay, so when you go down there, no, you can see them all. It's like an
Yeah.
open space, but you
Yeah.
have to, like, jump from one thing
Oh
to
yeah,
another.
but there's no wall between the platforms.
No
Yeah,
walls.
okay,
No.
yeah.
The only way you could be blocked, really, is if a train came in and became the wall between
Mm-hmm.
places. And right now, you do see some trains further down the platform. Tracks 9 and 10.
That's what I'd be worried about. Anyway.
So you go down to a different platform.
Yeah, just go down to a different platform.
The 3-4 is the one right above 1-2.
Yeah, so I'll probably go. Actually, I'll probably go 5-6.
5-6, and then what?
Find a quiet corner. Step out my coverall.
Okay.
Actually, also look across at 1-2. What's the security like on 1-2?
The security on 1-2 right now is that there are two people in similar security outfits standing at the bottom of the escalator to get down to it.
Yeah.
And there is one other person on the deep far side, like as far as where the train will come in. So like where the front of the train will be at the end. All of them are wearing the same outfits, slightly different builds, but they're all wearing the same sort of like hardened, like reinforced, bulky. Makes them look very, very muscular. But that's it. So you slip into your chameleon suit. Can you give me a stealth roll to do that without being noticed?
So you got like the way the stairs go down.
Yeah.
I just make sure that I'm on the right side /
Totally.
other side. Of
No,
this.
that's fine. Still need a
Yeah.
stealth test.
Could I have more dice?
So about one more. So you're going to make your way down to platform 3 or 4. You take an elevator, I suppose. You have to find an elevator.
2.
Go down to 3-4, and then start cleaning down there as well.
Yep.
Okay. Can I
Do
get one more
can I-
etiquette test from you?
Yeah, sure. And then I was
Full
gonna do
successes.
perception.
4 successes. Okay. Yeah. You managed to slip in. You're now in your camouflage suit. And what's the plan from here?
So full camo, and I start making my way down towards platform 1, just like in the space.
So in the tracks, under the tracks. Okay. In number 3.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Give me another stealth to do that.
6.
Yep, you're good. No one notices you as you slink up and down a few tracks, and then you wedge yourself into a nice hidey hole on track 3.
So it's the same well as track 2 as well.
Sure.
Except the
No, that
places
makes
are.
sense. See, all you would need to do to get onto track 1 is to hoist yourself onto the platform. Because the track 1-2 platform.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. All right, you're in position. What'd you roll for your etiquette?
I got 1 success.
1 success. All right, so as you are getting into the elevator, another cleaning person comes in. And they look at you and they go, "Oh, are you new here?
Yes.
You must have the wrong day. I'm supposed to be cleaning the tracks today," they say,
Oh.
looking you up and down. "What's your name? I didn't meet you. It's not a
My
very big
name's,
cleaning crew."
Patsy?
"Oh, okay, Patsy. Can you show me your schedule that you have?" And she pulls up her AR thing and holds it up in front of you. Says, "See, I'm scheduled for today." Of course, you can't see their AR that they're holding up in front of you. But they say, "So I'm scheduled for today."
You know what? Just send me back up, and I'll find the manager.
All right. Can you give me a deception?
Ooh, that's a big critical glitch.
Critical glitch.
I mean, it's all 1s except 4 1s and 2 2s. So.
Woo! Okay, so, alright, so as you say you'll find a manager, you start turning the cart around as if to get back out, and the weight shifts in the cart, and the gun tumbles out of the cart and falls down onto the floor in the middle of the elevator.
I cast Death Touch.
Okay.
We're in an enclosed space. It's not gonna be
Alright,
hard.
let's get initiative right off the bat. We gotta do initiative for this. So, so roll 1d, your initiative plus 1d6.
She was in the way.
Your initiative plus 1d6.
Yeah. 10.
Alright, you beat them to the punch. They got an 8. So if you want to roll this attack action, you gotta roll to touch them.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, okay. So I don't think she needs a force 6.
So when you cast a damage spell, the
Yeah.
damage of the spell is equal to the force of the spell plus however many successes you get, but you can only get successes higher than the equal to the number of force. So, for example, you cast Force 4, max of damage you can do is 8.
8.
Yeah. If you cast Force 6, max damage you can do is 12.
You know, I'm gonna cast it at 4/6.
All right.
It's dead. Okay, so that's so I just roll my magic.
Well, first off, you have to be able to touch them. How do you touch them? You just...
I put my finger to her lips.
I need an unarmed roll from you.
I don't have that stat, so is that plus anything?
I'll give you no negative. It's just finesse.
Okay. Damn. Oh, 1 success.
Okay. Utterly shocked. They kind of move back away from your finger, but you move it forward, and you cast Death Touch.
Yep.
So yeah, that is sensitivity plus biohacking.
Oh, not so good. That's only 1 success.
Only 1 success.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you say when you cast it? So you cast the spell, and suddenly you feel like their skin become cold underneath your finger. Their eyes kind of go wide. They stagger back slightly, and then, kind of in a weird panic, breathe as if it was freezing cold in here. You see steam rise from their mouth. You get visions in your head of the grave digger, the rotting teeth, the shawl over his eyes, the clattering of his breath. And that vision dissipates, and the woman clumps to the floor in a lifeless mass. It's at this moment you also notice that there are security cameras in the top of the elevator.
Okay. I'm gonna call Nick. I'm gonna say, Nick,
Yes?
I killed a woman in the elevator and there are security cameras in it.
Can you ring Rizzo, see if you can fix it?
Rizzo,
Yeah, what's up?
can you hack the security cameras in the elevator? I just killed someone in there.
Oh god. I'm in a car right now.
You're outside of it, though.
I can go, but I gotta go to the inside. I'm gonna go inside. All right.
So you're gonna go inside the security center?
Yeah, I gotta. I guess we're starting.
Yeah. What's the plan? What do you want to do? You want to get out and do it, or time to pull an audible?
I mean, I feel like if I'm going to go into the security system anyway, I gotta do it all like at once.
Let's see if we can keep... We need to keep this on the down low and not have anything blow up before the train turns off. Do whatever you can to make sure that happens.
All right. So you get out of the car. You leave. Dang, Rusty.
I'm stealthing in.
All right. Hey, Mother Sary, what do you do with the body and the gun?
Okay, so I only got two successes on my drain roll, and I guess that because I cast it at 4/6, I take 10 stun damage.
No way. What's it say? F. It says F minus something.
Yeah, 6.
F minus 6 is
Yeah.
what it says?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Oh, that means casting at 4/6 you can't take any drain damage.
Oh, I can't?
That's what that means. If it says F minus 6, that means you're fine.
Oh!
For Death Touch?
Fuck you! Okay, I thought I was gonna die.
Whoa, that's crazy. Wait, we gotta look that up.
Is it F plus 6?
No way. Death Touch isn't strong enough to be F plus 6. I would have thought it'd be like F minus 4. Anyway, so you're stealthing in, right?
Yeah.
Let me get a stealth plus finesse check from you.
Oh, I'm just leaving the body in there. As far as they know, she had a heart attack. Yes.
So your gun still came out.
No, I'm putting my gun back in. Putting my gun back in the cart, and then should I do anything with her?
Oh, I mean the gun is on the security footage.
The gun's on the security footage, so we need to hack it. The woman, who gives a shit?
No, I love it. No, you're doing what you're doing. You're living your best life, and I love it.
You're living your best life.
I got 6 successes.
No, yeah, you're right. It's F minus 6 because it's a touch attack. It's like really weak because it's a touch attack. So you took no stun. How many successes?
6.
Damn. Okay. So you stealth your way. Let's go back to the security map if we can.
She was a young woman. She had her whole
So
life out of her.
you stealth your way up to the door. Now the security door, you are invisible, and the door is closed, and there is somebody in the room, kind of like facing the door. So how do you want to get in? Because you are pretty hard to see, but you know.
Facing the door, huh?
Well, yeah, they're kind of facing the door.
I'm gonna give it a knock, and then step to the side of it so that when they open it, I'm gonna sneak in behind them.
Okay, sounds great. Let me get another stealth from you from that. So you're just rolling finesse plus stealth, right?
Yep.
All right. Damn, you just have a lot of finesse. All right, you're good. Yeah, you knock on the door. Person looks confused. You perhaps knock again. They will walk up and down. You recognize the person as Jonesy, who walks around, opens the door, looks back and right, and then says, "Fucking kids," and then sort of just walks away. The door slowly closing on itself.
I'm sneaking in there.
Let me get an athletics score from you. Let me get an athletics from you. All right, and now you are in the lobby.
Honestly, this dead woman will be a good distraction. It probably looks like she had a heart attack. People are probably going to be like, "Oh no, what happened?"
All right, you're good. You're good. So you sidle into. Let me get the pen for the. Yeah, thank you. So you sidle in, Bryce. You're now in here. You sidled into the main lobby room now.
Yeah.
There's the door right to your left. This is the main security door to get into the room. This is where Jonesy went back to. Still can see over here. That door also has a card reader needed to open it up.
Alright, I'm going to use my... can I use a key copier?
So a key copier requires you to find a key card and you swipe it to copy it.
What about an auto picker?
Auto picker won't work for this either, but you have the hacking ability. You could just try to hack the lock completely and have it go
What if I
clean.
fail?
I mean, that is the downside, is that you'd be hacking into the system. The other answer is that you could use hardware to open up the casing on it and then manually wire it open. The only problem with that, of course, is, somebody might see you doing it.
First of all, I'm going to change the order of these again, back to 4, 7, 6, 5.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, code breaking sleaze plus logic. All right, so you're down there now cleaning. Let me get one more etiquette roll from you, just as the blanket etiquette.
Sleep.
See if you don't look suspicious.
That's no successes.
All right. All right, we'll take a note of that. All right, how many successes did you get?
I got 5.
You got 5 successes. Okay, you managed to you trip and access the lock. You are now beyond its firewall. Give me a. You can definitely, with a simple software data processing, you can trigger it to open up. You could take successes on that if you want, because you already accessed it. The main thing is that I'm going to roll against you again.
I'm going to roll it.
You'd rather roll it? Okay,
Then take 2 successes? Yes.
go for it. Okay, 5 successes. All right. Yeah, you trigger. Oh no, 3 successes.
2 successes.
Oh, just 2 successes. It's fine. You were already at access. You trigger the lock. The panel in front of you goes green. The door swings open, and you see Jonesy kind of look over, and walk over to the door, and kind of look around. Let me get another stealth test from you. This is just so you don't get seen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then plus finesse.
Yes.
2, 3, 4.
All right. Jonesy looks around, but does not see you, and then you hear her call, "Bruno, there's something finicky with the system," and she walks out of the room. The door closes back behind you, but you can open it back up again.
Okay, I'm going to open it and go.
You just do another computer access test. I'm not going to have you roll it. You pop the door open, and now you are in the primary area of Area A. The doors beyond here, you're in this section where the CCTV cameras are, and the doors here are just wooden doors. She left the one ajar as she walked out.
How ajar?
Not ajar enough for you to sneak by it, but you don't have to open the door. There are computer consoles right here. The security camera bank is right next to you.
I'm gonna do that hack first.
Okay. Do you want to close the door or anything like that before you do it?
No, I want to leave the door ajar.
Okay, perfect. All right, so let's. So you walk over to the security system, and you are invisible, but you do have to pull up AR displays for this one. So you got to do it quick. Okay. So let's get a code breaking plus logic plus sleaze. You connect your computer Bluetooth style to this guy. You're executing your sleaze protocol.
My Sony Think Man.
Sony Think Man, you're executing sleaze on it. Trying to breach its firewall.
Okay. 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. All right. You breach the firewall, and you are now inside as a security staff member.
I'm gonna delete the elevator log.
Okay. You want to delete that elevator log specifically? Do you
Yes.
want to do anything else to the cameras in the Penn station while you're at it?
Can I delete the logs for everything in the lost and found area?
For how long? For what period?
For 2 hours.
Okay.
Actually, for
Now-
3 hours.
now,
from
I'm
9
curious.
till, or from 10 until 1.
No. You can't.
You can't delete ones that haven't been made yet.
Right.
So, I mean, do you want to do something
You
where...
set them to be off.
Oh.
At that time.
Yeah, do you
Yeah.
want to shut them off, or do you want to, like, shut them down for a forced update or something like that? Like, what do you...
Okay, yeah. Let's force update them.
Okay. So you want to, like...
Windows update.
I'm running diagnostics and white balancing all of the cameras for 3 hours.
Okay, alright. So for that, let's get a... I guess this is probably still a... This is probably still technically a sleaze. Might be an attack. We'll call it a sleaze again. Yeah, so in this instance, because you're not breaking the computers, we're going to have you go up against the auto AI inside of the system and firewall. We're trying to detect this activity. Damn, I rolled
6.
really well, but you fucking beat me anyway. Alright, all of the cameras you see in the corner of the room, one of the cameras, like, light blink from green to red, then within a moment blink back up to white. All of the security camera, like all of the many little panels in this wall, blink out and then blink back on with a rotating circle and percentage numbers underneath them. Those numbers are not moved from 0 to 1 by the time you start hearing, you hear them coming back into the room. Give me another stealth test. You hear him
First?
shouting. No, Bruno,
Oh.
the tech guy. You hear him shouting like, what, now all the cameras go down? What the fuck is going on? You hear as he, like, stomps into the room.
I'm gonna stealth to, like, basically... So, are the doors, was it hinged in or out?
It was hinged, so it was hinged that somebody was going out.
Okay. I'm just gonna stand on the other side of the door.
Fire
so
safety standards.
If they open.
Doors always hinge out towards the exit.
Oh, in this instance, it hinges out to the inside.
Oh,
1, 2,
yeah.
3, 4.
Hinges out. Yeah, always hinges so it opens outwards. If they're up to code.
Why would the NYPD LLC be?
7.
Alright, yeah, they both walk right by you, not even noticing, and then Bruno walks up to the cameras, and he slams his fist against the cameras, like, against the camera screens. He goes, "What the fuck? I can't do anything with this!"
I'm gonna sneak into this hallway
Okay.
and make my way towards room D.
Towards room D, where the computer terminals are? Okay.
Yes.
Alright, yep, I'll say you sneak out, no problem. You make your way over to room D. The door to room D is ajar as well. You hear Bruno cursing outside. But then as you're sneaking by, I need to roll another stealth, because the door what was his name? We kept changing the Buttigieg. The door to his office that you saw before, it opens, and you see a man who you've never seen before coming out of it.
Where's Pumpy? Old Pumpy.
Old Pumpy. That's
What
right.
happened to him?
Well, considering he's been closely associated to a major security breach, apparently.
After his...
He got pumped to death.
Alright. So you sneak by, but you see a man immediately, like throw open the door to that office. This man is massive, gigantic cybernetic arms, wearing the same rough and large blue and black security outfit that Nick, they tried to stop you when you went down the stairs. He has He has a collapsible assault rifle attached to his chest, like just that he can pull it off at any moment. He has 2 yellow cybernetic eyes, 2 or 3 cables sticking out of the side of his head, plugging into the extensive body armor he has. The guy must be close to 7 feet tall, and you see a lot of that comes from these cybernetic legs he has that gives him this extra length. Gives him like an extra joint down here. The kind of prosthetic that you sometimes see in like our day, like Olympic athletes like running in when they're missing legs. It's that kind of thing, but far more advanced, well balanced. He's walking through, and you hear him bark. What's going on now? Another thing. And as he like wanders in, what is it? Bruno, you assured me that things would be put together. As he wanders into the room you just came out of. So the door is now open to the office you were just in, as well as to room D. Not the office you were just in, to the office he was just in, which is room C.
C?
Yeah, and then there's room D. The door is open to room D.
I'm gonna go in room D.
Okay, you sneak into room D, and you see the same woman from before on the same terminal, swiping left and right on pictures of dead bodies. But almost always swiping left.
Oh, I thought this guy was gonna. I thought you were gonna be like, and he had a steel plate in his skull.
I saw your face.
So ready.
I'm going to.
It's not steel skull Jack Hennessy.
I'm going to use luck
You
to
would be on
hack
our side.
into the
Our best
computer. Do I use the luck to get the map, or do I do it to empty the auto injector?
I don't think we'd have access. Oh, you mean just like use your luck point at that point?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you hack the computer and see even what you have access to?
Yeah,
Okay, fine.
because the auto injector is not anywhere near within range yet. Probably.
I should also say, this won't matter for what you guys are doing, but you did not delete the log. You only reset the computer. So, like, the log, the camera shot of Mother Sary killing that person and taking the gun is still going to be on the log long term. It's not going to matter for you for this mission, but it's just going to put heat on Mother Sary. Especially because you're not going to be able to access it. I just wanted to point that out. I wanted to point it out now rather than later where it felt like it was cheap.
Mother Sary is already an enigmatic character that disappears.
I think that's true. All right, so you want to walk up and hack this computer while being stealth. Try to not let the other woman notice.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let me get okay. So do it. Let me get a code breaking plus logic plus sleaze if you're trying to do it stealthily.
Gonna hack first.
All right. Do it. All right. I got no successes on you. What'd you get?
I got a lot.
Okay, you got admin privileges. You pop in admin privileges and you see access to things. There's nothing that you can see that would allow you to tweak any auto injector or anything related to any auto injector. What's more, there is nothing related to any of functions related to cells or armor or anything like that. But you absolutely can download a room layout. It comes from a helpful pamphlet for new employees of.
Okay. I'm gonna download that and also immediately email it to everyone else.
Okay, let me get a computer, a software, data processing, and logic.
Oh, by the way, around the side, could
Yeah.
I also have a bag of plastic balls on my person?
A bag of plastic balls? What kind of plastic balls?
Just like standard clear plastic balls about this size.
Sure.
Just a bag of them.
Yeah, like ping pong balls.
No, solid.
Like
Oh.
marbles.
Yeah, like marbles, but
like
plastic.
plastic marbles. Sure.
6.
All right. Yeah, you managed to download the map. We can turn on the if you wouldn't mind, Tyler, please turn on the map for the rest of the room. You will have to pull back to get the access to the rest of the thumb notes. The notes will be over on this side. So let's make the whole zoom out. There we go. Also, I think it got moved again.
There we go.
There you go. Perfect. So now you should have access to all of the information in the area. You've sent these things out, and give me one more stealth test as you disengage from the computer. Also, if you want to...
I want to clear my
Okay, give me another data processing sleaze. No, I mean, give me another sleaze, sleaze code breaking and logic.
That's a good map. I like the pink. Change for you.
Oh, thanks.
That looks good.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
This computer system is
Can I
not.
just quickly grab glasses?
Oh,
5.
yeah, absolutely. Can we
5.
switch to the computer pen? Oh, here we're good. We're good with this.
5 successes with clearing my logs.
Okay, yeah, you've cleared your logs. Now give me another stealth test. As you
Gotta
disengage
clear
from the
the
computer.
Asian
Shopping.
loves.
Now there are also files on. Well, you cleared your logs, but I guess no. Yeah, you're good. Do it.
I gotta clear my log.
Alright.
3.
3. Okay. Yeah, you're good. You slink off as you do. As you slink off of the.
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
As you slink off of the console, you hear the man, the really big man, saying, "No, Bruno, you get the hell out of here! I'm gonna see you lose your job over this." And he says, "Jonesy, we are now on full lockdown on for this entire station. Somebody's fucking with us. Somebody's trying to do something here. I don't trust it." Jonesy says, "Full lockdown, sir. Really? We're just having some computer glitches. This happens from time to time." The lieutenant says, "Look, I might not have authority to tell you what to do here, but I'm treating this as a high protocol, and I am telling my men downstairs that if they see anything suspicious, they are going to shoot to kill. What we're doing is important. You can keep helping people with their handbags." And he starts walking out of the office where the computer cameras were and toward his desk. So he's leaving room A and he's moving back toward room C.
Okay.
You are in the open doorway of room D.
And so this little part of the map here, that's the way to get
That's
to
the
room A.
umbilical, yeah.
All right, I need to go into the umbilical because she's in room 10,
Now, if you
It's just she's not in room 10 yet.
but she's in solitary
She
holding.
will be.
Okay, well, what's room 9?
See you
Holding. I feel like
No,
I should be hanging out over near there, and the fastest way to get over there. I mean, I could try and get in now, or we wait until you crash your car and then I have to go through the umbilical.
Now remember that there is a fingerprint scanner, there's a card scanner, and there is a camera. Now the camera you've dealt with, but there's a fingerprint and card scanner to get through the umbilical.
Fingerprint and card? Like either or you need both?
You're not sure, you haven't tried, but presumably if both those things are there, a lot of the other doors just have card readers.
Okay, I'm going to... and where is he? Where is this big guy right now?
This big guy is in the hallway walking toward room C, which was the office that the old administrator used to be in. Buddha Judge.
Okay. I am going to go hide in room D for a second.
Okay, where you already are, you're going to wait there.
I'm going to wait there, and then once he closes the door to room C, I'm going to go and I'm going to collect his fingerprint from the door handle.
Okay.
With my, what the fuck is this thing called? My cellular glove molder.
Okay. All right. Sounds great. So let's move away from that for a while because he goes into the room for a little bit. Let's go back to the little alcove.
Do you tell us about any of this?
Yeah, I'm going to send you all a text.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I see the security guards acting differently?
You see a little bit that they've been getting communications the whole time. Otherwise, give me a perception test. And Mother Sary, while you're cleaning on the room, kind of looking like you're cleaning but doing a pretty bad job of it, at some point, a couple of NYPD LLC people that are just walking down, they look you over and say, "You new here?" Say, I thought it was it Susan? Sharon?
She switched with me. You can we put it into the schedule.
Roll deception plus charm. What'd you get?
2.
All right, so you notice that they seem to be a little bit more relaxed. You couldn't hear the words, but you heard a few jokes going back and forth between them. And then one of them, they kind of pounded each other like fists, and otherwise are just there. But they are looking forward to having weapons free for anything.
2 successes.
2 successes. They go, "Well, okay, all right. If you say so. Have a good one." And then they continue
Good evening, sirs.
and they continue to walk down the pathway toward the elevator that you came down.
Toodle toodle.
That the body is in. Wearing wearing an outfit.
T minus what?
T minus, we'll say at this point, probably like any minute now, actually.
Can I conceal myself?
How so?
Like, find a...
Do I see any
an
of this?
alcove or
I don't think so. She doesn't tell you. There's
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Is there a place I can hide?
These platforms are actually not very good for hiding. They're kind of just like flat, long platforms. You could like kind of put yourself around
Yeah.
like a trash can or around one of
Oh,
the...
you know what? No, actually, I'm not gonna fucking hide at all. I'm gonna be like, oh no, she had a heart attack.
So you're gonna wait for them to find her?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. So they open the elevator. There's a pause and a gasp, and then and then you hear them radioing in. We have Susan Sharon. What was her name? She's injured. She's injured in the maybe even. Oh my god! I think she might be dead in the bathroom. You hear this going
In the
on
elevator?
in the elevator. Sorry, she's dead in the elevator. Miss, did you see this? One of them rushes back over to you,
See what?
holding their gun. Sharon or Susan or whoever it is. They're...
Oh my god, I just saw her! We just switched shifts! She must have been feeling ill! That's why she asked me to take over!
Okay, roll deception. Big deception roll right here.
Oh man.
You might want to. Do you have luck?
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna roll luck on that too.
Alright.
Deception plus charm or composure?
Deception plus charm.
And I'm gonna roll luck, which is 1, 2.
Alright.
2.
2 dice rolls?
2 successes.
2 successes.
Yep.
She goes, ma'am, I'm going to need to see credentials. She says, please, like, this is just part of the protocol. I'm going to need to see credentials.
Because I'm so new, they just gave me this blank RFID pass. Here we go.
They take the RFID pass, they scan it on a scanner attached to their arm, and they go, all right, checks out. They hand it back to you. Who's your supervisor?
Henry.
Henry. And they, okay, I need you to roll a luck roll right now on that. I'm not making you roll luck. You're not using a point. I just need you to roll luck. There's a supervisor named Henry.
With my stat or with
Just
the points I have left?
No, the raw stat.
Okay, so that's 5.
No exploding 6s on this one.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
How's karma today?
Wait. Is it 1s and 2s that count for the glitch, or just 1s?
Just ones.
I got 1 success.
All right. They call through, pick up the phone, idle next to you, their hand on their pistol. They say, yeah, Henry, Supervisor Henry. There's no Henry. And they put it down. They're like, man, was it Henry? Henry, you said was your supervisor?
Henry or Harry? Something like, yeah, Harry.
Henry or Harry? No?
Harry.
All right. They put their thing down and they start reaching behind them a little bit. Like, ma'am, I'm gonna need you to come with me. She says, reaching behind her for something.
Oh,
Another one of the NYPD people off to the far side. They start walking forward, looking interested in what's happening.
Why? I'm just working.
I just need you to come with me. It's all fine. I just need you to come with me. Some things, we need to check a few things down up at the Lost and Found office.
Oh, alright.
So you're going to come with us?
Yeah, I'll come to Lost and Found.
All right.
I haven't done anything wrong.
All right. I'm going to have to pat you down first, if that's okay.
Please.
All right. Can you roll a palming for me?
What am I palming?
Well, you wear palming when you want people to not find stuff that's on you.
Oh, okay. Palming plus...
Because you have bullets
I do have...
all around you.
I do. Palming plus what?
Plus finesse.
Okay, that's 1 dice. Ooh, that's on the floor. I'm gonna roll it again. That was a 6 on the floor, and it probably won't be a 6 again. It's a 1.
Okay. So as they're starting to palm you, you start to get tickled, and as you tickle, you laugh and you shake, and you hear a jingling, and then one of the belts of bullets falls down onto the ground.
I cast Swarm.
Okay, you got swarm on both of them.
Yes.
Okay,
Wait,
let's
it's
roll
line
that.
of sight, right?
Yeah.
Line of sight AOE. Okay, let's get
Okay, it's area of effect.
initiative right now before that happens.
Hey.
Me as well.
Now, give me a perception to see if you can tell that this is happening, because there has been. It's a bit wild. They said somebody died loudly. Give me perception.
9.
You got a 9 total. Okay.
4 successes.
4 successes.
Yep.
Yeah, you're aware of what's happening. You've noticed what's happening. Okay. You want to roll initiative then?
Yeah, might as well. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet, but...
Yeah, there are kind of open avenues to...
18.
Unfortunately, there are open avenues to the rest of the train. Alright, so you're 21. Okay. Here we go. Magnus, you go first. So what you're perceiving in this moment, you are about like a track. You are a train track and a platform away from this. But what you see is that Mother Sary has just been, that one person is reaching behind their back. You don't know what they're reaching for, but they're very suspicious. The other person is kind of walking forwards closely with a hand on the submachine gun they have, like kind of attached to their vest. Their weapons are not out, but they are moving closely in, and you saw that the bullets fell out of the bottom of their clothing.
Okay.
What do you do?
I hold.
You hold your turn. Okay,
Yeah.
The next person to go is one of the NYPD LLCs. So, remember, you can interrupt at any time. I'm just letting you know. So, the one right in front of you pulls out a set of handcuffs, manacles, and reaches out and grabs your hand, and starts putting the manacles on you. All right. And if you're not doing anything, are you resisting this? Do you want to dodge out of the way?
Yes.
You want to not be touched. You want to not. You want to get out of the way.
Yes. I want to try to.
Okay, then I'm gonna make it a touch action. So I need you to roll finesse plus athletics against me.
1 success.
All right. They notice that you're trying to pull. So they don't expect you to pull away as quickly as you do. You pull out of the way, and they don't manage to put the manacles on you. In response to that, the next person pulls out their submachine gun. They don't point it at you, but they're holding it, and they're like, "Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to get on the ground."
Problem.
Now it's your turn.
Cast Swarm.
All right.
At
cast it.
force 6. Because I have the Virgo's Invis sustain, do I -2?
No.
No, you only if you have 2 spells sustained does that happen.
Got it. Okay, I'm rolling my magic. It's at force 6.
Okay.
That is but 2 successes
2 successes.
out of a million dice that I roll.
Okay. No, you hit them both with it.
Sick.
All right. Okay, so you cast it at force 4?
6.
At force 6?
Yeah.
Okay, so the 2 of them immediately, like, bugs are getting on them. And
It's mosquitoes.
Do you say anything?
No.
All right, so their bodies are mostly...
Actually, under my breath, I say, "Do you ghosts still suck their blood as I lay here like a cow chewing my cud?
Dog technical difficulties again.
Dogs moving cameras and bugs in the train. Leave me now or feel my pain!"
So you cast the swarm. The swarm explodes over an open area, and the people their weapon, their gear is pretty fully encompassing, and they have but they don't have helmets on. These NYPD LLC people, and they start swatting back and forth as the mosquitoes come everywhere. One of them in shock. Drops the gun on the ground. It hits the ground. Jensine, one more time, I want you to roll your luck roll to see if this gun misfires
Okay.
when it hits the ground.
1 success.
It does not. It hits the ground with a clatter as they're trying to ward off the insects around them. For a second, completely startled. That brings it back to Magnus. Use it or lose your first pass.
What do the security people?
On your side,
Yeah.
they have not noticed anything yet. But it's not that far away. They're not facing this direction, but it's only a matter of time.
Sary, give me a shout if you don't think you can handle it.
Alright.
I'll be the cavalry, but
And-
I'm going to stay quiet.
You should. Yeah. I'm gonna need to get out of here. Is there a way I can do this, or should I start shooting him?
Get behind a pillar or stairs.
Is there anywhere I can get behind?
There's some pillars and
So-
stuff. You can't
so-
like hide, but you could get behind. You could run behind a pillar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like get
Yeah.
cover and
I get some cover.
yeah.
Are you getting?
I
Are you
took
getting?
the drain, by the way.
Okay. Are you taking your cart with you?
Yes.
All right. You run off with your cart. Give me an athletics plus finesse for that. Just as you start running away, the horn of the train and the train starts moving into the platform.
One success.
One success. Okay, yeah, you managed to not overtip the thing as you run across. So you're just going around a platform just to give yourself some space from these other people?
Yeah, I mean, I might have to start shooting.
Okay.
Yeah. Have they started shooting at the insects or other ones?
No, they haven't. They're just like confused by it, and then they when they see you running, they start running after you.
Oh, so that's sustained, by the way, so they're just swarming.
Yeah, they're swarming around them. They're like pushing them off and running after you right now.
What does the spell do, by the way?
It gives them negatives. The effect of it is it startles them, but it gives them negatives to all dice rolls.
Mhm.
But the effect of them bursting out is rather startling. So they're running after you.
I'm gonna
As well.
whip off the Yeah, I'm gonna whip off the whip a gun out of the cart and start shooting.
You're gonna whip the gun out. Okay. You pull the gun out, and the moment you pull the gun out, the two NYPD LLC people screech to a halt, and they shout, "She's got a gun!" And now suddenly, and like that echo goes off right as the train was coming through. But that train is not loud enough for all three of the Lockhart security people otherwise to turn and look at what's going on here and get a full picture of what's happening as you're pulling your gun out. These two NYPD LLC people like kind of skid to a halt. One of them pulling the submachine gun from their chest as they kind of slow down. The other one realizing that they dropped their gun and didn't pick it up and reaching back to try to get another gun, another sidearm. You are in the train area. You see all this. I need to roll. Give me another stealth check for you to see whether you are seen in any of this.
Yeah. I'm probably out of line of sight. But, 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay. Yeah, you're fine. You are not noticed by anybody. All right. So we're gonna have to roll initiative. Well, I guess let's roll initiative one more time now. All you two initiative.
Yeah, I'm just going to.
Jensine, initiative.
I'm just going to hold fast.
12.
Okay, and then I'm gonna roll for the two cops. Okay, and what did you get, Jensine?
12.
All right. So you go first, Magnus. You're gonna hold.
Yep.
All right. Right after that, one of the Lockhart people pulls up not a submachine gun, but an assault rifle and points it directly at you. And over the sound of the train finally coming in, a noise it's making, he starts screaming, "Get down on the ground now!" Now, to be clear about what's happening, is if you're looking down, all the platforms are perpendicular. Can we go to the platform thing here on the screen? Can we bring up the screen? Very good. All right. So what I need to point out here is where Mother Sary, where you are right now, is about. You're on track. Are you track 3, 4, or 5, 6?
3, 4.
You're on track 3, 4. So you're like right here in the middle of the train platform. The two NYPD security officers are like right here, moving towards you. You're behind a pillar, but on this side, flanking you, are the other two. Are the two Lockhart security people, and down here is a third Lockhart security people. Meanwhile, Magnus, you presumably are like right here, like in the train track. So you are being flanked on multiple sides by the 3 Lockhart security people, while you have your gun bearing down on the NYPD LLC people.
If I use combat sense, does it I have to touch somebody to
Well, you touch yourself to give it to you.
Okay, and so will that increase my
The number of
reflexes?
successes you get gives you bonus dice to dodge all attacks. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use combat sense.
You can cast it on yourself? Okay. Roll it. Now remember, the number of successes you get are the number of extra dice you get, but the maximum number of dice you get is equal to, can't be higher than your force. So think about what the drain is when you calculate the force of it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm already at -1, and
You know what? roll this dice, but you don't. It's not even your turn. I'm sorry. I'm going out of initiative order. Be prepared to do that. Figure out what you want to do.
Okay.
But But this person is saying down on the ground. Then both of the other Lockhart people do that too, and then it's your turn. But all three of them are pointing assault rifles and shouting. One of them, the one furthest up on the train, up here, is walking back to the train and slamming on the door, and shouting something to somebody inside. So he's pointing his gun, but not as clearly at you.
Can I try and hear what he's shouting?
Yeah, roll perception. So it's now your turn.
Okay, so I cast Combat Sense at Force 4, and I got 4 successes.
Okay. All right. Take your drain damage on that.
Yep.
All right. One of the cops that pulled their submachine gun is now also pointing it at you. They're backing up slowly and
3
saying,
successes.
"Drop the weapon." The other one that dropped their submachine gun is also backing up. They're pulling out a handgun and saying, "Drop your weapon. You're surrounded." That one. So all of them are kind of just like hesitating and holding. How many successes?
4.
Okay, so you heard
That's like 3.
the person was shouting, was saying, something fishy is going on, keep the train locked down, don't release any of the security systems on the train. Don't do anything, we'll let you know, we've got this handled, we'll let you know if we need backup.
Train is on lockdown. Sary, can you...
I'm ready to go. Give me, if you got a directive, give it to me.
Yeah, it's a stalemate right now. Everybody's pointing their guns at Sary, telling Sary to drop their gun and get on the floor.
comply for now, see if we can get them to open see if we can get them to move across and give us an opening. I can get you out.
Okay, I get on the ground.
You drop your gun and get on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. The Lockhart security people move sort of up the platform to get a better view of you, guns on you. Meanwhile, one of the NYPD LLC people puts a hand to a comm badge on a corner
I
and
stopped sustaining
AR
the
links and
buzz,
starts
by the
talking.
way.
Okay.
Sorry, but I am still sustaining combat sense.
Okay. All right. So they start talking. An AR display comes up, and you see like vocal tracks as they're speaking something, reporting something in. While the other
I
NYPD
give an update to those two.
All right, that sounds good. So NYPD LLC, the other one who has the submachine gun is walking towards you, pulling out handcuffs and preparing to put them on you. Do you let them handcuff you as they get closer?
So I say, hey, I can dodge. Should I try to dodge?
Nah, leave it for now.
All right.
We need to get this train out of lockdown.
So you get handcuffed.
I get handcuffed.
When they handcuff you, they notice the headset you're wearing, and they pull it off, and they step on it. They turn. You see them say to the other one and say, "They're talking to somebody else too." And then they hoist your gun up, whistling, and pat you down again. This time, give me another palming. Give me another palming plus finesse.
I don't get to roll anything.
Okay. They go through your belongings. They find your healing roots. They find your bag of food roots, and they find and they pull off all of the bullets. They throw them into the cart, the cleaning cart you had, as well as the gun, and then they pick you up and start walking you down the platform. The Lockhart security people shout like, "You all good?" And NYPD people like give a thumbs up, and they carry you out of the way. But they do not bring the train off lockdown that you can see, at least not yet.
Yeah. When all the attention is over on her, can I stealth across?
Stealth across onto which platform?
Into the platform behind her.
Behind the one that Mother Sary's on.
Yeah.
Platform
I'm
3.
also gonna start
Absolutely,
yelling
roll it.
like I'm crazy to make it seem like I'm talking to make it seem like I'm talking to people who aren't there. Like I'm still talking as if the headset's on to
Do you
kind
have,
of
do you have
throw them off.
performance?
Yes.
All right. I want you to do presence plus performance, and yeah, give me stealth. Give me a stealth roll. See if you are not detected.
I have. Never mind.
How many successes did you get on the cellular?
On the cellular, I got 3 successes.
Okay, cool. So you've got a level 3 molding of the. Oh wait, no, you don't. I'm sorry. You go over there and you try to get the molding. I wasn't paying attention. Guy's got robot arms. So you go over there trying to get the molding, but the guy's got cybernetic arms. You can't get any pattern off that.
Well, I rolled a stealth check with 5 successes.
Okay.
So I'm just stealthing over by the door.
You want to go over to the umbilical door, or to door to office C. The one that the lieutenant guy is in.
I'm gonna stealth by the umbilical door.
You're gonna go over there. Okay, cool.
4 successes.
4 successes. Yeah, you easily manage to sneak over to the platform that Sary is on.
Yeah, and basically I try and shadow them.
Okay, give me... Okay, so as they get into the stairwell, I want you to get one more success to get into the stairwell behind them. I'm guessing before the door closes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 1 success, by the way. I'm a lone gunman. I'm shooting up this train. Train shooter.
All right.
4 successes again.
Okay, you're good. As you're going out, you hear one of the Lockhart people, you hear a confirmation, one of the Lockhart people who was up at the front going, Roger that. Okay, computer, for some reason cameras have been compromised. Seems something's happening. We're going to release drones all throughout the train level to do manual scans. And as you see that, a door hatch opens on the back, and you see just a bunch of fluttering lights as small drones about the size of a like tennis ball, but not the same shape, pick up and start flying around. You see like scanning device starting to scan around the tracks and starting to scan the whole area. Meanwhile, over a loudspeaker, you hear a voice you haven't heard, but you have, that goes, "Attention, we are evacuating the track level. Track level is to be evacuated. You will not miss your trains. They will merely be late as we hold them up. If you are inside of a train, we will be locking down that train right now. Anybody seen on track level will be detained, investigated, and arrested. That is all." And the comm like clinks off with a noise.
Now, so the issue, so the tunnels go straight out into, so the stairs go straight out into the tunnel in.
Well, the stairway that you're going, following Sary, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
That platform is going to the next level up, the lower level.
Yeah.
Which the staircase for track 3 incidentally ends up carrying you. Oh yeah, they had to take you down to the stair. It takes you to the exit concourse over here.
Yeah.
And then they start pulling
So
Sary.
it's full of people, right?
There are a bunch of people up
Yeah.
here.
So
Yeah.
when we're still in the stairway, I move to knock out the 2 police people.
Okay, as you're moving up the stairway.
Yeah.
Before you get to the main exit
Yeah.
concourse. Okay. All right, do it. So let's roll initiative. You are walking behind these 2 individuals. Sary, could you roll initiative 2, please?
So I'm 15 plus 14, 29.
What'd you get?
12. Does the combat sense get me anything on initiative?
I don't think so. You can check. I don't think it does. I think it just gives you bonus
Okay,
dice
well,
to dodge.
I got 12.
You could check. It might. It might though. Do you want to get the 5e book right next to you, Tyler?
Okay.
It's on the lower part. Maybe check. Okay. So you go first by far.
Mhm.
They're a bit of the ways ahead of you. The way it is on the stairwell is there's one walking behind, the one closest to you. That's the person that just has a handgun that lost their submachine gun. Then there's the person who has a submachine gun but has reholstered it. That's holding Sary by the handcuffs and kind of pushing Sary forward. And Sary is to the front at the top of the stairs.
Yeah. Alright, so I knock the guy in the back out first.
Okay, so you move up and you make a melee attack on them.
Yeah.
Okay, do it. Give me unarmed plus finesse.
Oh,
No,
okay,
that is a bad roll. You missed every single dice roll.
Yeah. I'll luck this one actually.
Okay, so you roll an additional. What's your luck? 5. So roll additional 5 on top.
That's annoying. Because that would have been a glitch. Almost. Oh, there we go. 2 successes.
And you re-roll those 2 successes. Okay. All right. So 2 successes. I mean, here's the good news about those 2 successes: is that they are. This person doesn't detect you coming. So you're going to hit with those 2 successes. So what's your damage?
Okay, 5p.
So 5p plus 2, so that's 7p. So we're doing that 7p against their armor and body.
Well, just their head is exposed, right?
You didn't do a called shot to their head.
With
That'd be -4 to your dice roll, and then they would lose their armor. But you didn't call that. So in future,
yeah.
so this is some pretty good armor that they're wearing. But I didn't roll great, so you're going to hit them for 6. How exactly do you hit them as you're moving up? You just pound them right like in the back of the spine.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and you the hit knocks them forward, You do well more than their body, so they fall forward into the person in front of them, staggering them forward slightly. So that's your first round. Next person goes. So you move up the hallway quietly, hit them in the back, throw them off balance. They fall forward into their other friend, who is carrying Sary. That person manages to keep their footing, turning around, sees you, attempts to grab their weapon. Well, no, they'll see you. They'll see the shimmer of what's happening. They don't know exactly what it is, but they attempt to grab the holster out of their weapon, their gun out of their holster, rather. They manage to pull it out, and they point it in your direction. But I'm going to say that's all that they can do because of the surprise. The other person, meanwhile, knocked to the ground, is just like climbing back up quickly against the side of the stairs.
Yeah.
Sary.
Okay, so BT does combat sense. It says I can subconsciously analyze combat and other dangerous situations before they happen, which basically just means that I currently have a +4 to reaction.
Okay, sure. So
okay.
if you get attacked.
So when do my next initiative? When do my next
Soon.
4 initiative bosses go?
Soon.
I'm gonna cast. So okay, so there are two.
Thank you.
There are two officers right now.
Yeah, one of them is on the ground, and the other one has pulled out a gun and is pointing it at the shimmering mass that is Nick.
I'm gonna cast Agony at 4th floor, the one who's aiming at Nick.
Okay, do it. Their back is turned to you. You're casting Agony. All right. And Nick, we're coming back to your turn now. Yeah, there's one person who scrambled to their feet off to your right. They have dropped the handgun that they had been carrying. The other person has pulled a machine gun and is pointing it at you. But how many successes?
3 successes. No drain on this one because it's force -4.
So you see the person with the submachine gun pointed directly at you. Suddenly they rack with pain. The gun angles up slightly, and their hands gnarl and they pull toward themselves in a moment of agony and trying to shake it off. It's your turn.
I said that you would feel my pain. Now let us back onto the platform to drain.
You gonna call shot for their head?
Yeah.
So you palm strike right to their nose?
No, I don't want to kill him.
What do you want to do?
I just want to knock him out. So it's just to the jaw again, just to give him concussion, but not
All right.
Why aren't you trying to kill them?
because I don't need to.
All right. So
The 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So because of the agony that they're in, they lose -4 to their dice roll. They get 1 success. You got 5 success?
Yeah.
All right, so that means you got a 4 net success. Your damage is 5p, so your
Yeah.
4 net success is 9 damage. That I now am going to resist just with their body because you are not hitting their armor. They got 3 successes actually on that, which is pretty insane. But so you deal 6p to them. So you strike them in the jaw. They go up a little bit and then fall to the ground. Not unconscious, just fall back to the ground because you do more damage than they have body. So both of them have sustained 6 damage. Now, the one who have gotten themselves to their feet, they scramble to pull their taser out. They're a little panicked. They're definitely damaged. I'm gonna roll a palming to see if they can pull their taser out effectively. That dice roll comes with a -2 because of pain. And yeah, they managed to pull the taser out, and then hoisting it up, they attempt to shoot your mass with it. I'm going to, again, they're in a -2 because of the pain that they're feeling. So that's going to give them merely 4 dice that they're going to roll. Okay, 2 successes. Now what I need you to roll, this is a ranged attack, is merely your dodge bullet, which should be 5.
Whoa.
Oh my god, 5 successes. Okay, so they take their taser,
Bullet dodge
point
to
it
my
at you,
right.
pull the trigger, the prongs fly out, but the shimmering light that's you is such a difficult target, and you easily sidestep around the taser bolts as they go right into the concrete and start snapping that way. The person who had knocked in the skull hits the ground. They kind of start clambering back to their feet, their submachine gun tumbling out of their hand. Now is the benefit that, because the way combat turns work in this game, Sary only had what did you roll, 12?
Yeah, my
Oh,
initiative,
so you
yeah.
go again now, yes. What do you want to do,
Is
Sary?
that person still on the ground?
One of them is still on the ground, the one that was clocked in the face. The other one is fired the taser and missed. Both of them are right next to you. You guys are fighting within a 5-foot
I'd like
area.
to kick the one that's fired the taser and missed in the face.
Okay.
They're on the ground, right?
No, the one that fired the taser and missed is standing. The one that's on the ground was the one that pointed a submachine gun
Yeah.
at.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick the one that's on the ground in the
Kick
face.
the
Okay.
guy while he's down.
Yeah.
All right, roll finesse plus unarmed.
Why not melee?
Melee is for melee
I don't
weapons.
freaking have
So
unarmed.
unarmed, but give yourself a +2 for attacking a prone target.
Okay, it's a 1 and a 2, so.
A
Lurch?
what?
It's a 1 and a 2, so I guess I glitch.
You try to step on them, but you accidentally slip a little bit and fall on your butt.
Ah, banana.
Yeah, you step on it. It's just a little blood you slip on. Now is where we get the advantage of your extra combat turn that you get. Because you were 33, you got a 33, is that right?
Yeah.
Because you were 33, that means that now every combat turn we lose 10 off of initiative. You rolled 33, then they were 13, 13, 12. So after their first round, you went down to 23, and they were 3, 3, 2. Now you are at 13, and they have 0, 0. So now you're going to take 2 actions back to back that they can't do anything about. So what do?
Well, I hit the guy who's standing up.
Okay, with the taser. All right, same thing.
Yep.
Called shot, -4.
Yep.
Okay.
1, 2, oh, 4 successes. 5 successes.
5 successes. Okay. All right, that's a hit. They moved slightly out of the way with 2 successes, dropping your 5 to 3. So that means your total damage is your net successes plus your damage. So you're at 8 damage, and it goes straight to their body, which they got 1 success. So you deal 7 damage to them. Your fist comes down hard. You slam them right into the pavement. They crack their head on a step as they go down. A little bit of blood trickles down, both from the top of their head and from between their teeth. They are completely down for the count, 100%, looking limp as hell, badly injured. It's your turn again.
Yeah, next one.
So this one's prone on the ground. You get a +2 for attacking somebody who's on the ground. Oh, what's more, you now have a friend next to you, so you get another +1 because you guys outnumber them.
3 successes.
All right, they're getting a negative to dodging. Also, they're still in agony, so they can roll no defense against you. So you get all 3 successes,
8.
+5, so that's 8 damage. And you called that shot too. You're hitting in the
Yeah.
head. All right, they resist that with 1. You deal 7 damage to them. Nope, same instance as the last guy. You what do? Just step on their face?
Yeah.
All right, you knock them both out. So, just a recap of this moment. As Mother Sary was being carried out of the train platforms below, they walked into one of the several staircases that go up to the lower platform level. Seeing that this was happening and seeing that Lockhart security had calmed down a little bit, Nick stealthed back behind them into the stairwell. The moment the door was closed, Nick moved forward, threw one person off balance, injuring them badly, almost knocking over the person that was carrying Sary. The person, though, did react relatively quickly, unholstered their weapon, turned it on you, but before they could react, Sary racked them with agony, and then Nick responded with a hit to the face that knocked them flat on the ground. That person who had gotten knocked over at the beginning pulled out a taser, pointed it at Nick, but the shimmering of the chameleon suit mixed with Nick's speed made the prongs fly past, hit the concrete, snap a few times before Sary attempted to step on the person on the ground, fell on her butt, while Nick cracked the other person's face directly in the concrete below, and then stomped on the one with the submachine gun. Both of them are knocked out. Both of them are bleeding, badly injured.
Mm-hmm.
They are both down for the count. You are in this stairwell. It is an empty stairwell right now because of the lockdown, but if anybody opened the door above, they would immediately see everything that's happened here.
Yep.
All right. In this instance, where are you? What are you doing? You both should think about this for a second. Also, your cart with the gun in it, that was at the bottom of the staircase. You have access to that again if you want to wrap your bullets back around you and get your gun. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Rizzo, after that announcement went out. Now this combat round, that was 3 seconds. That entire incident happened in 3 seconds, which is why we come back to you, Rizzo. You've stealthed over toward the door, but you remember that announcement that went out about the tracks on lockdown.
Yep.
Right after that, the lieutenant, the big burly lieutenant, throws the door open aggressively and walks down the hall angrily, points into the room at Jonesy and says, "No one comes in here. No one." walk down everything out here. And then walks over to the door right next to you. He flashes up a card that has a black NYPD LLC logo on it. And then he turns that card around where there is a microfilm of like a fingerprint that he like holds up. The door opens. It's right next to you. I just need to roll one more stealth as this guy moves right past you.
I have a different version.
I'm rolling luck.
Okay. How many luck do you have left after this?
0. I got 1 success.
All right. You got 1 success. He brushes past you as he moves. Looks back, looks in your direction, and keeps moving forward. Do you stealth back beyond him?
Yeah.
Okay, so you stealth behind him into an umbilical. This door steps open. Yeah, can we go to the other map? Oh, yes, I do. You're right. Thank you. As he steps into the next room, into the umbilical, what happens is this room is like an airlock in itself. You sneak in behind him. The door behind you seals shut, and then he walks up to another panel, places the same card and something else, and you hear a whirring sensation as the door behind you double bolt locks, and the door in front of you opens up. This carries you into from the airlock room through a small walkway that's very narrow, clearly built after the fact above the walkways of Penn Station, and into a second airlock. This airlock, he once again flashes his card and then uses ID to open the airlock, taking you then into a third room that has 3 doors. The door behind you seals shut. These doors basically, only one door can be open, and if you're opening one, the other one double seals. It's to keep out undesirables, obviously. In this room that you're in now, let me get another stealth check as you step into this other room. You notice something on the cameras too, that the cameras overhead in these rooms say on the side of them, multi-filter scan, low light thermograph, auto detection. The fact that these cameras are offline is the only reason why with your camo you can easily sneak in. How many successes?
4 successes.
The giant man looks around and then opens the door to the right, the door that goes to the armory. So in the room you're in right now, behind you is the airlock. To your left is a door that marks elevator and interrogation. The room in front of you says holding cells, and the room to your right says armory, generators, and drone control.
So I'm facing towards room 7 right now.
You are facing toward room 7, and the room that the lieutenant just went into is
room 4.
Marked armory.
Yeah.
Where do you go? These doors, unlike the ones previously, are no longer shitty wood doors. They are motion sensors. You walk up to them, and they open themselves up. But there is also a thing you can press to open them as well.
Is he inside room 4?
He just walked into room 4. You could slide.
And the door is closed?
The door, I mean, if you want to slide in under the door,
I'll go, yeah, I'll slide in.
Okay. I'm sorry to keep making you roll a stealth check, but I need you to roll another stealth check.
Yeah.
It's a stealth heavy situation. You're in the room with a giant man.
Yeah, well, you're really good at what you do, though. Yep, you sidle into the room behind him. You see that the room you're in, it's marked armory, but the actual immediate room you go into is a corrections lounge sort of area. There's a chair, there's a small kitchen area, there's some bathrooms further down. You see 2 Lockhart security guys and a single NYPD LLC person. This NYPD LLC person is wearing more of like a jumpsuit, like a technical jumpsuit than anything else, and he has sort of like the same build as Bruno from before. The 2 Lockhart people are sitting and playing cards. When the lieutenant walks in, he says, "What are you 2 doing sitting here like that? Didn't you hear there was some crap about a crazy lady with a gun downstairs, and then we've got a dead body in one of the elevators? We need to be ready and primed. That's why, and he points at the NYPD LLC person. He says, "We need both your max suits. I want them. I want one. I want this guy and the other one. And then I want every single drone you have in this facility out and running around. Even the 2 Terminators. I want those up, and I want those looking around. We want every bit of security we've got." The NYPD guy says something about, well, I don't know if I'm authorized to do that. "Your buddy is out of here. Your commanding officer is out of here on something with his stomach repumpener, combined with some idiocy of trying to track down information about our cargo. That guy's going away for a long time. You don't have a boss except me. Now, unless you want me to pull you in on the same charges as him, you're gonna do what I say. And then the man with the jumpsuit steps up, holds his hands up, and starts walking down toward the bathrooms and turns left into a room down that way. Meanwhile, the other two soldiers stand up. One of them goes, "Which one of us gets the max suit, Sarge?" It's Lieutenant, the other guy. Fuck you. Get over to the elevator. And and now the two of them are now in the room for a second, and they just start. The other lower soldier asks, "When are we supposed to be going out? When does this? When are they bringing everybody up?" Lieutenant says, "Don't worry about it. We're gonna figure that out. We're just making sure everything's locked down. They're scanning everything around the tracks right now. Once that's all good, we're gonna move the cargo. We're gonna move everybody, and then we're gonna move 0496. But I want you in that max suit. I don't know what's going on out there, but I don't buy some crazy old lady with a headset on who's just like, listening to music and wanting to shoot up a place for no reason. Call me paranoid." What do you do?
We're still in room 4.
You're now in room 4, yeah.
I'm gonna...
Where you're at right now, if you, can we go back to the map? If you go to your right, that's the entrance into one of the rooms that'll take you to the armory. Going straight ahead takes you to the generators. Making a left there is what's going to take you into drone control. Now, you go back behind you the other way, that's how you get to either interrogation and the elevators. Now, the one guy that left after getting chewed out, he walked out the other way, and he started wandering toward the elevators.
I'm gonna go towards the elevators.
Okay. So, the doors have closed behind the guys since then. So how do you want to do it?
Have the doors closed to room 4?
Yeah, the doors are all in here. You're in here with the lieutenant and the other soldier right now.
I'm gonna wait.
Okay. What are you guys gonna do?
From my end, first things first is just handcuffing the NYPD people and
Okay.
making sure that they don't have their guns on them.
Absolutely.
Am I still handcuffed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to unhandcuff you as well.
Okay, you roll escape artist on that. Or security. Whichever's higher.
Escape artist. I
All
mean,
right.
presumably they've got the.
Oh, you're right.
Same.
You can find it. Yeah, you can find a key and unlock the handcuffs. So use the handcuffs, you put them both on them. Do you take any of the guns? Do anything with the guns? Or do anything with the comm links that they have?
Well,
I don't know if you know anything about how to deal with that. So.
I mean, I'll take the comlinks away.
Okay.
Yeah, and put them at the top of the stairs,
Okay.
just like
Do
where.
you break them?
No.
Okay. All right. So
Can it easily be made to be a comlink that I can wear?
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do? You two are in the stairwell.
I'm gonna
You're in
ask
the room, and Dang Rusty is still in the car.
Yeah. Now it looks as if they've put everything on lockdown. I think they're holding off on moving the prisoner. Hopefully Rizzo's made it in and try and see if you can mess with some of their hardware. They do certainly seem to have a lot of it. I don't think NYPD Lost and Found will get us anywhere.
Do you think I should pick back up the gun, Nick?
Yeah, just again put it in the car.
What are you guys gonna do? Time is sensitive here.
Mm-hmm.
Rizzo's in a pretty good spot because he's stealthed and hasn't been seen. Like if Rizzo stays put, barring a really bad roll or something really lucky,
Yeah.
Rizzo's okay for the moment. But you guys are in a stairwell. That's pretty obvious. And these two police officers were bringing in the woman. So you only have a certain amount of time before somebody comes looking for them or coming to collect. So what do you two do? And Dang, what do you do in this moment?
Can I do escape artist to fit them in the car?
To fit both of them in the cart?
Yeah.
I think you could fit both of them in the cart without doing that.
Okay.
I think you could just dump both of them in the cart.
Okay, we shift everything upstairs, them in the car, and again, I pull out my cleaning uniform again
Okay.
from my backpack, put on the cleaning overalls, and we for now just get them out of there and try and find the nearest set of toilets, put a cleaning sign outside, and put the cart in there.
Okay, alright.
So the gun and the guys.
So the only problem with the cart is without the elevator, how are you going to get the cart up the stairs? You're going to just carry it?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a lift carry from you.
Without the guys in there. Move the guys separately.
Okay.
Not everything in the car while trying to move the car.
All right. What I need from you is I want you to roll lift carries until you net 20 successes. I want you to tell me how many times you've done it.
Yeah.
You can help if you want. Rolling lift carries.
How wide is the staircase down to the platform?
Okay.
The staircase down to the platform. It's like a double wide escalator, but that's not insane. You know. I mean, I think it depends on how fast you're going. How about that?
All right, folks. As we heard from Rizzo on the inside, apparently they're going to have drones up. They're going to have other things. They got the whole ship on lockdown. Now, we might need to just get onto the train. Rizzo, if you can take control of the drones and make it so they attack the NYPD and or the Lockhart people, I think I can distract the people on the train platform. I think I can take out all three. If you guys can get over there,
Let me see what I
give you an opening for Nick and Sary to be able to possibly get onto that train.
If Rizzo can get hold of the drones, that will be a double plus good.
So drone control is down here. It's this room.
For my lift carries, I rolled 3 times. I got 1 success, 1 glitch, 1 nothing.
1 success, 1 glitch, 1 nothing. Okay. All right. So you get. So we'll just say you got nothing. You get
I
one
can't
glitch, you
help
got
you.
nothing. All right. So what are you gonna do? Dang, are you gonna still wait a little longer?
Did Nick hear the call? Did everyone hear my call?
Yes.
Because I need to.
But you want to wait for the drones, right?
Well, are the drones up and running?
The drones are going to be, presumably. I mean, you don't know about the drones going on over here.
Okay.
Well, you tell me what you do whenever you do it, all right? Rizzo, you, so after a second of being in here, the technician who walked down toward drone control, he walks back through the door.
Back up through.
Yeah. Can we go to the map, Alec? Yeah, so he comes back through this, back through here, coming this way, and he says, all right, guys, the drones are going to, start a dispersal pattern, start, just scanning people's, identification numbers. They're going to be looking for nulls, and they're going to be, detaining, anybody that's acts suspiciously. I've got the two Terminators out there, though I'm not really too comfortable having those out there. They're, always been finicky with their fire control software. And I'm prepping the max suits. Those will be ready to deploy if you two want to come in here and get comfortable inside. And he starts walking back, and so do the lieutenant and the other soldier. How many turns?
7.
So after 7 turns, you manage to get everything onto the upper floor. Can I get an etiquette roll from both of you? Now you, Rizzo, what are you
I'm
planning to do?
following them silently.
Give me another
I'm gonna
stealth
do
roll.
another stealth, yeah.
The one thing, the one social skill I've got.
I can't roll anything because I'm at -2.
I've got thingy.
Unless you drop the
other
spell,
than
yeah.
empathy.
So you
No,
might
no,
want.
I've dropped everything but the invis. I'm at -2 because of the
I'm
spell.
moving
All right, so you might need to stay back.
Where
That's
the spoon is.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You got
it's
so
okay.
many successes. All right, so Sary, one of the things, the problem with Sary is Sary's injured. Sary cannot.
I'm injured from casting
Sary cannot
spells.
even roll etiquette.
I'm weak. My connection with the ground is tenuous.
So you might want to think about that. All right, so you sneak in. All right, Rizzo. So you sneak into the room where the generators are, where you also see that stuck into 2 charging station are these 2 max suits. Now these suits are sort of like exoskeletal power armor. You step into them and they have like a bunch of like plated shielding up front and around the side that allow for a lot of maneuverability. Now definitely you're going to lose a lot of finesse wearing one of these things, but you're given a lot of armor, and what's more, the actuators in them and just it gives you so much extra strength that it often allows you to lift up these like massive high caliber weaponry. These max suits both have NYPD LLC on them. These are not Lockhart max suits. They were definitely in like a cold storage state, and they've been brought out in the last hour or so. Now, When the lieutenant looks at his max suit, he scoffs. That ain't big enough for me, son. I guess I'm gonna go man the elevator and I'll go get the private and send him over. You get him suited up though, right, James? And James goes, aye, sir, and steps into one of the max suits, and the technician starts suiting him up. This is in the middle of the generator hall, like here. You see the door down the hall, this long hall, to drone command.
Open or closed?
It is closed right now, but it is also, down a decently long hallway, and they are chatting and working this thing up. It's definitely the most risky thing you've done, but it's the thing you could do.
I'm going to stealth by them.
You're going to stealth by them and go for the door. Stealing by them isn't a problem. They're not paying any attention to you.
Okay, then I'm going to stealth by them and I'm going to try and open that door.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
How do I open that door?
So the door has a passkey requirement on it. It needs a key card, and the key card reading says security and technical personnel only.
I'm going to try and hack it.
Okay, yeah, go for it. If you want to
Hardware?
hack it. So hardware, yeah, to open, if you want to open it up and then expose the interior, yeah, give me a hardware score.
And not code breaking?
Well, are you hacking it, or are you going to try to, hardware would have you opening up the panel and getting into the guts inside and then rewiring it. Hacking would have you be hacking remotely.
I'm gonna hack remotely.
All right, just so you know, things are on much higher security lockdown than they were before. Hacking is a lot more dangerous, just so you know.
Then doing it hardware, but hardware has more detectability.
Hardware does have more detectability of them seeing you do it. It's kind of a no-win situation. I mean, the only other option would be to get a card to open the door.
Could I try and palm a card from the technician that is helping suit up the other guy?
Yeah, why don't you could go see if you could receive one on him. Roll.
Alright, I'm gonna.
Well, he certainly
let's
has
try
one.
that.
He went through it. So why don't you give me another stealth roll and give me a palming.
Okay, 1 second. Stealth first.
Yep.
Okay.
There's
There's my
a
stealth
few
roll.
close calls on these stealth rolls, but still. Alright, you're good. Give me a palm now. Now this, you're not getting any of your advantages to not be detected on.
4, 5.
What's more, I'm giving them a bonus because one of them is right there, watching.
Well, this could be very bad.
Because this is a worse roll for you as well, right?
It's not terrible, but
You can roll luck if you need.
He
I
doesn't
don't have any luck. Oh, I did okay.
Yeah.
1.
You pull it out. You pull the
5.
palming card out. There's a moment of horror as you pull the card, and it's like very clearly your chameleon suit like shimmering, exposed. But at that moment, both people were admiring the strength and dexterity of the grip of the max suit, looking up and to the right as you pull the card out from a clip on his jumpsuit.
Alright.
You have the card in hand now.
I'm going to stealthily go open that door.
All right, you open the door. I need to roll a perception test to see if they hear the door open.
Do I roll stealth?
You don't, because you don't really have any power. All right.
Well, you could wait for like a psh or another thing while they suit up.
That's true. You could do that, but you just went over and opened the door. Either way, the suit up is happening. The door opens, and despite how loud it seems from where you're at, no one seems to notice. You are now in a large, computer server room. There are lots of bays all around you where it looks like servers could have been held, but really it's where drones were being held before they were deployed. Deployed through a series of vent shafts that you see around the room where they departed, around the room and in the ceiling where they were released.
I want to do a perception check to see if I find a terminal that controls the drones.
There are terminals here. They're pretty obvious. I don't think you need to do a perception check to do it.
Then I'm going to hardware. No, not hardware. I'm going to code break. I'm going to hack the drones to
Okay.
attack our foes and our friends are
Could
no
you hold
longer
up
enemy
on
targets. What?
Well, why don't you hack you to get into the computer first to see what you can do?
Okay.
So let's do sleaze, code breaking, and logic. So while you're doing that, let's go back to the stairwell. So Mother Sary is kind of too worse for wear, too beat up right now to ever pass for a cleaning person.
Let's say that in the manner of before, the dirt and worms are starting to creep through my outfit.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll be the guy assisting the old lady
Okay.
as the general clear out order came out,
Okay.
and she just look. And so if you could look as as poor, helpless, and shaky as you definitely are right now.
Okay, so I remove my cleaning suit and I'm just
You're just wearing your...
doing me. Yeah.
All right, let's get an etiquette roll from you.
3.
Okay. So you step outside, and there are some immediately some NYPD LLC people from around the corner go like, "Hey, you there? This area is supposed to be locked down. Why are you coming from the tracks?"
As I say, we heard the announcement. Then you just came up, and I was out there. Do you know what's happening, sir?
All right. Okay, so they buy the etiquette aspect of it. I'm gonna give you +1 to this roll, but I need deception plus a charm.
Okay.
Oh man, you want to roll luck on this?
Yeah, I suppose I won't have to.
Okay.
Lucky!
Alright.
That's 4.
They say, well, there was some crazy old lady with a gun down there, and then,
Oh my!
and then something happened with the cameras are on the fritz, so they believe there's some kind of like corporate espionage or like hacky thing going on. You know what I bet it is? I bet it's Time Warner Disney trying to make another play for Madison Square Garden. That's what I think it is. You know, they're trying to devalue the garden. That's what I'm taking it for. It's nice of you to help that old lady up. I think you guys are. You just get out of here, all right? Don't go back down to the track level.
Of course not, sir. Keep us safe. Keep us safe.
And you walk over to the bathrooms.
Yeah.
All right, you walk over to the bathrooms. You put up a cleaning sign. You stow the two. What do you do after that?
I store the 2 in the bathroom stall.
Okay.
Like out of order.
Okay. And you're in here with Mother Sary. Mother Sary has the gun. All right. So where you are on the lower level. You're on the same level as everybody else now. So you're over here. Let's say the bathroom is down in this walkway. I don't really know if it says where the bathrooms are, but so we'll just say it's over here. Okay. So you're stowed in the bathroom, cleaning outside. You're now inside that room. You're clear.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Meanwhile, you are in drone control. Dusty, are you doing anything, or are you still waiting?
I'm still holding. Nobody's really answered if they're gonna go for the train or not yet. I guess we're waiting to get drone control.
Is that how you feel, Nick? Rizzo, you guys are still in contact.
I'm ready. I got 5 successes to hack my machine.
So now we are talking about really high-level protocol. This is one of the most important machines in the entire NYPD Presents.
I hope
Lost
I
and
get
Found
it.
Did you lift up the keyboard and see if the password is written underneath it?
Combined with it being extremely...
Ooh, it's password.
How many successes did you get?
I got 5.
So I also got 5 successes. All right. I'm putting 5 tags on you, and you are an impasse, but it did not lock you out. Let's do it again. Unless you want to back out now because you're afraid of tags. Or is this sort of like a now or never situation? How do you feel?
I feel like it's now or never.
Okay. What'd you get?
Looks like you did pretty good.
7.
All right, you beat me to it. In fact, you beat me to it perfectly. You got 4. I got 3. You got 7. So that 3 over. You got 4. You need 4 successes to get admin privileges, and those 3 over are enough to negate my tags on you. So you're logged into the system. You're logged into the system
You've done it again.
And you are open into drone control. Now this panel opens up once it's on. A bunch of different monitors open up in front of you, like little spider. I don't know, like a spider eye of different ideas where you see the viewpoint of every single drone. Some of them split 2 or 3 directions as they have multiple cameras going different directions. All of the drones seem to be this kind of like these 4 or 5-year-old security rotor drones. You know, they're mostly for scouting, but they're equipped with tasers on them for crowd control purposes. But 2 of them are on separate panels. The panels are overlaid and seen in thermographic scales, not in anything else. And you see on those terminals, just like the status coming up, these are also rotary drones. and they at first glance they look similar, but they are bigger, and they are equipped with like small miniguns as well as concussion rocket launchers on the side, meant to create like flashbang effects. Those, as you can see in this moment, this is a public safety building, so these Terminator drones are equipped with gel rounds, not meant to be lethal. However, you take a couple gel rounds to the face, you'd be surprised how lethal they can be. This is what you see in the area. You do not have access to any of the tennis ball size drones that were floating around scouting on the tracks below. So
Could we keep everything on the down low until we've got eyes on target? They seem to be very keen on locking everything down.
I'm gonna keep them all the same and
Also,
just prevent them from attacking us, but they will still follow us around,
also,
keeping up appearances that they are going to follow us around.
also, once you start acting, you might want to make sure that nobody can get into drone control.
I took one of the key cards. I don't know if anyone else has them.
do you want to do something else to lock it down harder, or are you good?
You could hardware the lock, jimmy the lock.
Yeah, you could jimmy the lock, or you could like.
Would I have to roll to do it, or could I just take the successes on it?
I think you'd have to look around and see. It depends. You'd have to tell me exactly how you want to lock it down.
I want to remove the hardware that lets you scan a key card in.
All right, so you want to sabotage the hardware.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way you can do that is, well, because you're not on the right side of it, you can only stop something the other side. You would need to hack it, but you would use attack instead of sleaze, and you would just try to destroy the lock. And you would have a choice then. You know, the way you want to destroy it. Do you want to destroy it by forcing it open permanently, or do you want to force it closed permanently?
I want to force it.
This is going to set off alarms, and people are going to know where you are if you do that.
I kind of just want to leave it for now,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna keep control over the drones.
Yeah. And I think it might be worth bearing in mind when shit hit the fans and alarms are going off everywhere anyway.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
break alarms.
So you're here looking at that. So the way you can handle these drones, just so you know, is you could send a mass return to them. You could have them all come back to you. You could manifest any individual one. You basically can give orders to all of the drones, or you can one by one give orders to each individual one. But the idea of being like attack our enemies doesn't really work. The AI tries to pick up suspicious behavior. You could try to go into the software and rewrite what suspicious behavior is, but that's a lot of work.
I'm just gonna, if they target any of our friends, I'm going to null attack action.
Yeah, you could do that, and similarly, if something happened, you could take control of them and manually do it. All right, so you're in the bathroom. You're both in the bathroom. You have your gun. You're in there. You managed to make it in okay. You are you're in the drone control room. You have access to all these drones right now. So, Dang Rusty is outside. What is the plan? Tell me what you're doing. Are you waiting?
My only way in is to the same initial plan. The thing which I would like to do is I was going to approach track 1 with the tomato and eliminate the issue of the 3 guards on that platform, so that Nick and Sary could make their way onto the train.
Okay. How does everybody else feel? What is the plan right now? Are you going to try to wait for the passenger to be taken off the train?
Yeah. We got physical access to things trackside. We don't have any access to anything trainside.
How are you going to know when that prisoner is being moved?
Rizzo's got. Rizzo's
I was
got eyes over
about to
everything.
ask, can I remote hack via drone?
No, you can't do that. But you can take control of the drone from here.
Yeah.
But I think anything you could hack, you can kind of hack from here. The further you go away, the more.
But I can't hack the auto injector from here.
No, that you definitely can't. That's hardwired in. Like if you were in the drone, what I would say is like if you got the information of somebody having a gun, you could try to hack the gun, knowing it from the drone. But also you're going to deal with noise penalties from how you're in like a pretty electronically sealed room going out. It's not totally sealed.
Remember, I can detect individual if we need to like try to better locate where the person is, and death touch as long as we can physically touch them.
Do you want to roll to see if, based off of the description you have, you feel like you could target into that person?
Oh, I mean, and we know they're on the train.
You know they're on the train, but do you want to be able? Do you want to be able to do that?
Oh yeah, not until we are ready to go.
I think we might be ready to go.
Okay, I'll do
I feel
it.
like we should try and kill them like as fast as possible.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the thing is, we need to wait until they're out of the train.
Give me intuition plus empathy.
Me?
Because killing them with the auto injector is cool, but it requires a lot of me getting down to the prisoner and having control over the drones that are more of a security risk might be a better thing to have. Or we just do the assassination.
That's one
way.
success.
The other thing you might want
what
to
force
see
did you do
can
that?
do is...
Oh, you just said intuition plus empathy.
Okay. I will say with that, you got one success. I will give you. You can tap into and empathize with the pain and vegetative state, understanding this person. That I think within reason, if you roll really well and cast it at a high force, I would say you could detect the individual based off of this.
Okay.
Now, the range in this instance is.
Can you use the healing roots to, like, make yourself better?
I thought the
They
healing
took
roots
my
were
healing
taken.
roots.
No, but we've got everything.
I got all my shit. I don't think I can heal stun damage. I think I can only heal physical.
Alright,
Yeah.
so what it'll do is the force times your sensitivity, it will be in yards, will be the radius of the spell. Meters.
Okay.
Really.
I'm gonna cast it at 4/6,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna do my roll -2.
You're gonna put it on yourself.
Yep.
Did you cast the spell?
Actually, could you put it on me?
Yes. Thank you for asking.
Did you, you cast the spell though?
I'm doing it right
Oh,
now.
okay, great.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, right, -2 because of the sustain. This is
No,
also
not because of the sustain, because of my injuries.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I forgot.
So you have to specify the person. Say the name.
Erica Paulson, telling me the truth and don't be false. And where are you upon this locomotive? But you don't know my secret motive. That is 2 successes.
I would say, Jensen, that your healing roots, that some of them are stimulants, and if you wanted to bite into one to temporarily heal your stun damage, you will take more stun damage later, but like later tonight,
Okay.
if you wanted to do that. To
Yeah,
relieve
I'm
yourself
gonna do
of
that.
drain
First, I'm
damage.
gonna roll my drain.
Because that's what stimulants do that in this game. It's like tranquilizers give you
Okay, I
some-
didn't take drain on this one, so
Okay.
I am going to. How much is the root giving?
They're rating 6, right?
Yeah.
So, why don't we do this? Here, I'll roll for it. Well, roll 2d6. I mean, not 2d6. Roll 12 dice. And if you're successful, cure 1. We're doing rating times 2. So, you detect, and Magnus, you feel and you sense this person existing. And not just that, you notice at the range that you're at, you're on the 2nd floor, but the whole thing isn't that large. And at the end of the day, what's your sensitivity?
6.
So 6, so it's 36 meters. It's like 100 feet. You're probably not quite in range because you're on a different floor. But you know where the train is in coordination. Like if you were to walk around the level, you might be able to get closer.
I've got absolute direction sense.
Okay, so then you would know that the train was pretty small, so that if you came right outside of the train, right out of the bathroom, and walked this way, you'd be moving toward the train. And that might give you an idea of where it is. That might put you in the detection range. How much did you heal?
I still have -1, so I healed for 4.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
I doff my cleaning outfit and stealth out.
All right. Give me a stealth check. Now, you, Rizzo, as he's moving out, before the stealth even notice, he feels the presence, a pull in a certain direction. He feels in his ear, like rebalancing that pulls toward the direction where this person is. And this person, Nick, is moving.
4 successes.
All right. You got
Moving?
close, but you got this person is now moving or being moved, and that's when you hear coming around the corner. You hear the other man, the other soldier, not that was sent away but then sent back, the one who was waiting by the elevator. He goes, "Lieutenant says they're moving them. They said they did a scan back and forth. They said they're moving them, bringing them up here now. Yeah. So Techie, put me in that thing, and get your max suit over to the elevator right now." And you feel this corroborates with the detection. You feel movement. You can't. It's hard for you to place. You know your direction sense, but hard for you to place exactly. But you feel the movement, and it makes sense. It only makes sense for them to be taking them to the elevator over here.
Okay, I move as fast as I can to the stairs closest to the elevator.
The stairs closest. So the stair. No, that elevator is connected only.
Yeah,
to the
no.
security system.
The stairs, the platforms closest to the elevator.
The stairs. There's only
there's only one. Okay.
You got to go back to the stair.
Yeah.
There's the stairwells and escalators. You guys went up the escalator. You could go down the stairwell.
Yeah, I mean, whichever one's closest to the elevator. Along the platform.
They're both the same distance, basically.
Okay. So I'll take whichever one.
So you're gonna run down to the platform.
Yeah.
Okay, give me another
They're
stealth
moving.
test as you're moving quicker.
I mean, do I see anybody?
There are NYPD, LLC, and drones all over this level, like
all
scouting
over
and looking around.
It sounds like it might be time for a bit of a distraction.
Hooty hoo.
Okay. Yeah.
5 successes.
Okay, you make it through. You're darting in between and around different individuals, sort of like mostly the NYPD guys are just standing around, but the drones are scouting in different circles. You see a lot of the scout drones, but then you even see one of the Terminators rounding corners, looking around on this level. Then you dart down the stairs onto the platform. Give me another stealth check right when you get into the platform. If you go down, here's the thing. If you go down the escalator, it's an open area, but you don't need to open a door. If you go down the stairwell, then you have to open a door.
I mean, before I don't step right onto the platform, I hold at the corner.
But either way, do you want to go to the stairwell where there are doors? You'll have to open a door. So you're gonna have to open a door.
No, sorry.
Escalator.
Escalator. Sorry.
Okay. Give me another stealth check, just in case.
I mean,
you get down there. There are drones everywhere down here too.
3 successes.
Okay. You dart down and now you're around the corner, down in the lower level on the double wide escalator, looking, and you are. Yeah. What do you want to do?
Well, what's happening?
Give me a perception test. It is happening on the other side of the platform that is a little bit far away.
Yeah.
2 successes.
Right. You look down the platform. You see that the train has been stopped. One of the back doors, this massive sort of like train car, but it's got multiple. Hold 1 second, Jensine. I need to look down here.
What was he doing?
He was playing. I'm sorry, he saw us. Oh, he got embarrassed because he saw us. He was playing. Did you see it?
Was he just running around?
No, he's playing like he was pouncing.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm sorry. We have a rescue dog, and that was just the
That was
cutest
nice.
damn thing. Okay. So you are, so you see down that this train car that is, it looks like plated with like multiple defense mechanisms. One door has opened up, and it seems to be like pulled back. That reveals an open area where there are 4 different soldiers, as well as 2 wearing max suits. These ones not with NYPD logos emblazoned on them, but with Lockhart security. They are moving all around a sort of a wheeled, enclosed metal like wheelchair. Behind them are 2 people that look like civilians, but they're wearing medical scrubs, or at least one is wearing a lab coat, and the other one is wearing a jacket, but underneath that are scrubs. And one of them is holding up an IV that disappears into the top of this sort of like metal wheelchair sarcophagus sort of thing. And they're walking behind as the soldiers kind of flank in all directions toward this elevator. And then you see that there's still a front part of the train, like ahead of that has been, the doors are all open, and you see that the elevator is now coming down. And a bunch of soldiers were stepping off of it. One of them included the max-suited person in the NYPD LLC. Altogether, by your count, 3 max suits, 5 people around the prison sarcophagus, and another 6 down coming off the elevator. So that's 11 soldiers, 3 max suits, and 2 people that look like civvies or scientists.
Can you see if you can make the drones go nuts and suicide as many as you can towards the sarcophagus?
Okay, well, I'll send the Terminators downstairs then, and then I'll have the
Alright,
tasers
so-
get the guys in the exosuits.
So so you have to give pretty basic. You have to think about what commands you're giving. It's pretty basic stuff, right? You could, think about. There's a lot of ways to do this. You could paint everyone in that region as a hostile combatant. You could
Okay,
do
that's
that.
what I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
They're all hostile.
no, just paint the chair. We don't give a shit about anything else. As long as we can rile up and disturb that chair as much as possible.
Right, but what's going to happen then is that the auto injector is not empty. She will awaken and then go into
It
a
looks like
coma
we've got
in-
people with an IV bag doing it, which is nuts.
Yeah, alright. Well, let's attack the chair then.
Okay, so you're gonna do. Okay,
'Cause
so
I don't think the Terminators will do too much of that max suit or all the other hardware down there.
You're right.
all right. So give me software plus logic. This time you are. I don't think you're going to use your deck at all. You're just doing software plus logic as you're trying to explain. I need 2 different roles. One to paint the targets. One to explain to them that they need to go down.
4 successes to paint the target.
Okay. Do it again.
And I'm going to move. I'm going to start stealthing towards.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 success to go down.
Are you going to wait for the Terminators?
No, that's the thing. So, yeah, I want to go and in the track bit, so I'm not in the out of sight.
Okay, and then move that
I scurry along.
All right, give me a stealth roll from you. The Terminators, meanwhile, they start making their way down. One of them, they veer off. You see as they immediately start shifting off. Their console screens shift to a different
3
overlay,
successes.
implying that they are on attack mode. But the sensors on them, they skitter a little bit. One of them going down the escalator clips its wing a little bit, spins out, but catches itself as it goes down, and they whir around the corner. Now you rolled 3 successes. You go down into this place full of these drones and full of a bunch of people in max suits with sensor suites.
Well, not go down.
I know, but you step out of the way. Almost immediately when you step out, you get spotted by a drone system. I got another 3 successes on you. That said, almost immediately after you're spotted by these road drones, the Terminators like out from behind you.
Can I try and shake the spot?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to now take this moment to like duck back into the thing, you can.
Yeah.
I have been resident in Tomato, and as I saw the drones going, the Tomato was about to make its entrance.
So you're driving out
I also want to say before, when Rizzo got out, I got
7 successes on the stealth roll this
to...
time.
Fuck, really?
Yeah.
Did you roll luck on that?
No.
Damn.
Just
All
7
right.
successes.
All right. Yeah. Everything's attention shifts to the Terminators as they whisk down, and whatever alarm might have gone off blows away. Now you're in the middle. The Terminators are whisked down. Dang, Rusty. What are you doing?
Coming down 35th at top speed, I drive straight through the front doors of Penn Station down the escalators. I rolled 6 successes on my drop check.
My God.
I have my, I also want to say, I got obviously my pistol here, but I got my submachine gun sitting on the seat next to me as I rail forward, driving straight towards track 1.
You see, as you start moving down, you pass through the lower level. And you see NYPD officers going, "Oh!" like just looking after you. You're zooming past, and your speed so much that before they can even lift up guns or do anything, they're just like, "Oh!" And you see in the rear view, one of them goes like that, like as this happens. Meanwhile, all of the drones that you see on this level, all of them like hearing the noise, they split and send purpose and give chase to the Tomato, the drones that you have access to, the ones with stun guns, immediately start going after. All of their overlays change to like suspicious activity detected, analyzing, as they all zoom past you.
Can I reprogram them again to go for the chair target?
You want to hit all of them with that? All right, yeah, do it.
Yeah. Same roll?
Yeah, give me software and logic.
3 successes.
3 successes. All right, yeah, you paint those. You repaint the targets. Do you want to disauthorize this as the Tomato as a target? Yeah. All right, give me that roll too.
Same thing?
Yep.
All right. Oh, yeah.
All right.
4 successes.
Nope, you manage it. You roll more than well enough to block out any kind of like spider that's trying to block you out. They fly past you, and as you hit the same escalator you are going down, hit the escalator. As you go down, you see that the drones behind you are sort of dispersing a bit, no longer following you as cleanly. What do? You turn that corner.
I whip the corner as I'm doing it, but so my passenger side window is looking at them, and I fire into the crowd of people by the elevator.
Okay, so you're firing your machine gun while you're revving. Okay, so
as I Tokyo
you're
drift,
just firing a general area.
just
right?
just a general spray at the the
Okay,
massive.
Can you give me another drive test? You're going fast.
I'm
And furious.
That's not too bad.
That's gonna be a 5 successes.
All right, 5 successes. All right, that's good. I'm gonna give you a -1 on your attack roll. But also, are you firing full auto into this area?
We're gonna do. How much do I lose on my full auto?
So you would take -8 if you dice to fire full auto while the car is moving. I'm giving you another -1, but it's only a -1 because of how smooth you're driving on this train platform.
We're gonna do a burst fire, which is, I think is only.
Well, you do a long burst, that's 6 bullets, or a short burst, that's 3. You do a short burst, you're going to take a -2, and then because of the moving car, another -1, so -3. You do a long burst, that's -5. No, so you have 1 recoil compensation, so you'll take a -2 if you fire a short burst.
We're doing a short burst, so -2.
-2, you can, and I'll say you move it once, you fire 1 short burst. Are there any targets you're specifically shooting at?
I'm trying to get in the general area of where the IV bag is,
Okay,
and the people holding it.
all right.
Be bad.
So, but it's not a called shot.
No.
You're just firing in that general
Yeah.
area.
no
Okay,
stimulation.
all right.
I mean, again, I don't think.
And that's just to make that's sidearms plus finesse.
It is sidearms plus finesse, yes.
I can't.
Oh wait, I forgot I got logs on that. 3 successes.
Sick.
3 successes. All right, in that general area. Okay, I'm gonna roll to see who you're hitting in that general area. All right, so what's the damage on that gun?
7p.
7p, so 7p plus 3. I'm going to let the 2 people near the car try to get out of the way with their intuition. One of them trips over themselves and falls to the ground, giving themselves a little protection. The other one just turns around and looks at the car as you're shooting at them.
And goes.
As you're shooting at them. And we are going to say that the bullets, now we're going to divide up this damage 3 ways. So you did, it was 7p plus 3, so that's 10 damage, but one of them got out of the way of one of the bullets, so it's 9, so we're going to split it 3, 3, 3. One guy gets hit in the shoulder, the guy just standing there takes a bullet hit right to the gut, and the third one dings off of the metal of the sarcophagus, of the wheelchair sarcophagus thing. Those 3 bullets go off, and
like
you are
Caitlin.
zooming in.
Fucking
So
told
we are
you.
right now just space-wise. We're going to have to roll initiative in a second, but just where we are space-wise. Let me take this pen here. If we can go to, just so we can see on the map. This, you know what, I should go to a draw mode. All right, down here, it's not worth it. Down here, at the far end of this platform, you have a train and an elevator here that they're moving everybody toward. Here's the stairwell. So Magnus snuck around here, got spotted, just as 2 Terminators zoomed in, vertical tilt, drones coming in. They stabilize themselves and then start pushing forward toward this group of people. Followed, not that long, just as people are adjusting what's happening over there, you suddenly have a new, you have the car burst down to the ground. Everybody hears the as it hits every stair. Then, like Tokyo, like fucking Drift, Initial D, Tokyo, Fast and Furious, you take a harsh left. And you fire that gun, what, out a window? Oh,
Yeah.
you're firing out the window as you're driving?
The passenger window.
Out of the passenger window as you turn, and you're moving straight for them, just as another dozen drones, these ones all equipped with tasers, disperse around you and start moving toward you in this direction. Now, the car is turned and is moving. You're probably about parallel to the car, though in the train tracks, Nick.
Yeah.
But you cannot be seen. You aren't seen anymore because of, well, I mean, this is several distractions piled one on top of the other. Meanwhile, Rizzo, you are in the security room, in the drone control room, and
I'm in the
sorry,
bathroom.
you're in the bathroom with your gun. Sorry, sir. And you hear all of this commotion, and all these things moving through. You no longer have a headset, though, so you are kind of on your own. And yes, in case I didn't say before, you detect individual, and it is the person inside the sarcophagus. I feel like that's obvious, but I want to let you know.
Again, it could have been a decoy.
Absolutely, it could have been. So now I think it's time that we roll.